Mike's tires crunched on the icy road as he drove through the desolate winter night, surrounded by towering trees silhouetted against the moonlit sky. The cold air seeped through the car, despite the heater working overtime. Snowflakes danced in the headlights' glow, creating a hypnotic pattern on the windshield. In the distance, a dim figure emerged from the shadows, a silhouette wrapped in a tattered coat. Concern etched Mike's face as he approached the hitchhiker, slowing down and rolling down the window. "Need a ride?" he called out over the howling wind. The hitchhiker turned towards the car, revealing frostbitten skin and hollow eyes that seemed to pierce through the darkness. Without uttering a word, the mysterious stranger climbed into the back seat, leaving a trail of cold air in his wake. Mike tried to engage in small talk, asking about the hitchhiker's destination, but the only response he received was an eerie silence. Unease settled in the pit of Mike's stomach, but he dismissed it as the product of an overactive imagination fueled by the isolation of the wintry night. As they wound through the icy roads, Mike stole glances into the rearview mirror, catching glimpses of the stranger staring intently into nothingness. The frost on the hitchhiker's skin seemed to spread, casting an otherworldly glow in the darkness. Suddenly, the silence was shattered by a blood-curdling scream. Mike slammed on the brakes, heart pounding, as he turned around to see the back seat empty. The chilling realization dawned on him: the frozen hitchhiker had vanished, leaving only an icy coldness lingering in the car. Panicking, Mike scanned the surroundings, half expecting to see the mysterious figure standing on the roadside. But the desolation of the winter night swallowed the road in an eerie silence broken only by the howling wind. Doubt gnawed at Mike's mind as he questioned his sanity. Had he picked up a ghost on that desolate road? The memories of the icy touch lingered, and a shiver ran down his spine. He continued his journey, glancing nervously at the empty back seat, haunted by the inexplicable encounter. The road seemed to stretch on forever, winding through the frozen landscape. The ghostly image of the hitchhiker lingered in Mike's mind, a phantom passenger in the lonely expanse of the winter night. As he reached the warmth of his home, the encounter haunted Mike's dreams. The frozen hitchhiker became a spectral figure in the recesses of his mind, a chilling reminder that some encounters on winter nights leave a mark far deeper than the cold winds that sweep through the desolate roads. Emily and David's laughter echoed within the cozy confines of their car as they embarked on a winter road trip to a remote mountain cabin. The joyous mood shifted when unexpected snowflakes began to fall, rapidly transforming the serene landscape into a whiteout. Undeterred, they navigated through the blinding storm, their headlights piercing through the thick curtain of snow. The snowfall intensified, reducing visibility to near zero. Anxiety crept into their voices as they pressed on, determined to reach the safety of the cabin. The car's tires gripped the icy road, struggling against the relentless storm. As they strained to see through the snow-laden windshield, surreal shapes materialized outside the car. Shadowy figures with frost-covered faces pressed against the windows, their eyes hollow and haunting. Emily and David exchanged horrified glances, their breaths visible in the frigid air. The spectral figures seemed to be drawn from the winter itself, remnants of those who had perished in the unforgiving cold. Emily, her heart racing, whispered to David, "Do you see them too?" He nodded, his gaze fixed on the ghostly entities that silently pleaded for acknowledgement. In a desperate bid to escape the haunting, Emily pressed on the gas pedal, the car's engine roaring against the relentless storm. With each passing mile, the figures outside the window faded into the swirling snow, leaving the couple shaken but alive. The storm finally abated as they reached the cabin, but the ghostly encounter would forever linger in the snowy recesses of their memories. The abandoned lodge stood as a frozen relic in the heart of the winter wilderness, its windows covered in a frosty veil. Sarah, a thrill-seeker with an affinity for the paranormal, decided to explore the haunted remnants of the past. The snow crunching beneath her boots echoed through the desolate landscape as she approached the foreboding structure. Inside, the air was thick with a bone-chilling cold that seeped into Sarah's very core. The only sound was the creaking of the old floorboards beneath her cautious steps. Flickering candles illuminated forgotten rooms adorned with faded wallpaper and antique furniture. As Sarah delved deeper, whispers echoed through the empty halls, carried by unseen gusts of wind. The ghostly murmurings seemed to tell tales of a family that had once called the lodge home. Photographs on the walls depicted smiling faces, frozen in time, hinting at a life abruptly interrupted. The whispers grew louder, a chorus of sorrowful pleas. Sarah turned a corner to find her room filled with old, dusty belongings, as if the family had hastily departed, leaving behind the echoes of their tragic past. The spirits materialized before her, their faces etched with anguish, reaching out for solace. Overwhelmed with fear, Sarah stumbled backward, her heart pounding. She rushed back to her car, parked just outside the lodge, only to find the engine refusing to start. The ghostly family, now following her, stood in silent despair as Sarah contemplated her escape. In a daring decision, she ventured into the freezing night on foot, haunted by the cries of the trapped spirits. The wind carried their mournful wails as she fled, the abandoned lodge disappearing behind her, swallowed by the winter darkness. The chilling encounter left Sarah forever changed, haunted by the ghosts of a family trapped between worlds in the frozen wilderness.